Hey guys, and welcome to part 11 of the Resident Evil 4 playthrough. We have now received some items, quote unquote, from Ashley.
Yeah, apparently 2 is classified as some. Might as well just say couple. Oh wait, there's 3.
And also I want to apologise for this current recording where if you are able to hear background noises, I'll apologise, but that's because next door is getting their roof fixed. There's nothing I can do about it.
I didn't know you could combine the ammo together in order to maximize it.
You can do that to save space. Midget Spanish Napoleon.
All spoiled thanks to your interruption. Why don't you do us all a favor and leave before the audience gets pissed off?
That's a great line.
But what kind of writing is this?
Your biggest scene is over.
I don't ever remember being a part of your crappy script.
Just as long as it's not the live action.
Look, the game is admitting that its writing is bad.
Can't possibly be worse than the live action movies.
Oh, without a doubt. Especially with Afterlife and then onwards.
Oh.
Like, I watched the movies out of curiosity, but when they got to the Afterlife and then they just copied and pasted that scene frame by frame for Wesker's fight, I was like, that's it, I'm done.
Just don't bother, folks. The CGI movies are so much better.
Aye. I would say the best ones in terms of how it is, it's Vendetta.
Vendetta, easily.
Because the first one was like 2008 and the animations got better and better.
And we finally got Becky back.
But where's Billy?
Still haven't seen hide nor hear of him. He was a smart one. He got out of there.
Now that we split off from Ashley, what? Do you know what? That'll be some shit if you come all the way back in and you realise Ashley's kidnapped again.
Oh great, now I have to do this all over again.
No, this is really out of place for a Resident Evil game. Cartoonish dragons with molten lava.
What is this, Dark Souls?
And there's that big blue treasure chest, which means it's another piece of the long-term goal.
Yeah. This area is almost right out of Dark Souls 2.
Now, these dragon heads, there will be some Ganados on the dragons, which will try and use fire breath on them. They'll go full Bowser on your arse, but what you could do is those golden chains there, you can shoot those chains and cause the statue to fall into the lava.
Yeah, I believe there are 2 statues you must destroy that way in order to progress.
And when you destroy a statue, you get a prize.
The last one's a bit harder to hit though.
Aye, because it's facing towards you. But still, you would think they would... You know, these Ganados have a really poor sense of security. It's like, oh no, I better protect these chains in case someone tries to shoot them. You got some gold. Goldy gold gold.
I love me gold. Can you imagine if you get the weapons painted gold as well?
Oh,
Like
that
every
would...
Call of Duty game lets you do nowadays.
But then again, that wouldn't give you much beneficial in terms of advantage. It would just be like a coat of paint.
Yeah. Those are the hardest camo unlocks to get though, because you have to get a lot of requirements fulfilled for them. It's essentially saying, hey look, I pulled this off and I got this.
Swaggy gold guns.
Yeah.
Swipe, 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 swipe.
Who was that? Oh, he was charging at you.
He was charging at me.
Now the purple zealots deal, I believe, 1.5 times more damage than the regular zealots do, so watch out for that.
Aye.
On higher difficulties, it's very possible to get one-shotted at yellow health by the purple zealots.
And we just got another Illuminado's pendant. Right, this dragon head, like Steven mentioned, is harder, excuse me. It's because the dragon head is facing towards you, and it does that.
Just barely avoided that.
I can't recall if that was instant death or just high damage.
I'm guessing high damage.
Wow, that is pathetic. Even by handgun standards, that is so pathetic. And I like how the Ganado falls before the statue falls. It's like, fuck it, I'm not worth it anymore.
Yeah, he just gave up. Swipe, swipe, swipe.
Yeah, this is dull.
Yeah, it's just backtracking.
Da 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 da
Oh,
da.
wait till we get to 0, folks. Gonna be a lot of backtracking there.
Well, it's kind of necessary backtracking if you ask me.
Yeah. I think Zero and Code Veronica were the worst with the backtracking.
Absolutely. Oh, Ashley, I see you did a good job and not got yourself kidnapped. Excellent, good girl. And now it's the Tunnel of Love?
No, I would hope not. It's like that one. It reminds me of House of Dead Overkill, where you actually go to a carnival and you actually go for a tunnel of love, and one of your characters is like, "What the fuck? Are you holding my hand?"
Did you enjoy that, Ashley? No, but you did.
Wait, what? You playing mind games with me, Ashley?
Well, you know, she's that typical high school school age.
No. Loading.
Well, zoom in, that's more like it. Right, I believe we've got all 3 pieces of the door, so let's put all those pieces in.
Progression.
A beautiful decoration. Meh. If it's a beautiful decoration, why the hell has it got 3 separate pieces missing then?
Because it's the only way forward, and this is Resident Evil.
This is before they did the whole action where you have to backtrack. So we've got the lion and the... So what is it? A goat, lion, and a snake. How about that? A snake for a tail.
I'm not sure what it is, but there are a bunch of Greek animals and stuff.
But before we continue on, we're going to backtrack and get ourselves the most powerful weapon in the game. This is where you need Ashley to get the door open from the inside.
So close. Oh yeah. Except no substitutions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Broken Butterfly, the first Magnum you get in the game.
Yeah, you can buy this, I believe, when you get to the castle, but hold off on it.
There is another Magnum which is called the Killer 7, but the Broken Butterfly is much powerful.
The Killer 7's a direct reference to another Capcom game as well, which was also released on the GameCube.
And here's me trying to get some space.
Tetris.
There we go. Now, the only time I'm going to use the Magnum is when I really need it, because, like all Magnums, it's powerful, but there's very rarely any ammo for it.
You throw away ammo. Ruined forever.
Oh, come on, it's only 3 shells.
At least it wasn't Magnum ammo you threw away. Because that's one of the rarest ammo to get in the game, by the way, folks.
Oh, what's this? A perfume bottle. Must belong to Professor Umbridge.
Ashley, I have a gift for you.
Right, now we can continue on. And I walk straight into a wall. Good job, Leon.
Oh, the hangover is awful.
Welcome.
And this is where I'm selling off the items for the merchant.
Going for upgrades for the Magnum.
Aye. Might as well, since I've got plenty of money.
Yeah, you'll want to wait until your ammo's low before you...
And to get the extra large attaché case.
This is the maximum size for your case.
Come back any time.
Now we can continue on.
Jump cut magic.
Well, not really a jump cut, more like a fade in. If a jump cut would be much more jarring and pretty visually distracting to me.
Doesn't matter. Isn't that it?
Base contains random hand grenade. More golden bars. Is it? I don't know. What is it with Sadler? You know, Sadler has a really poor choice of keeping his gold safe. Instead of putting it into a locked safe,
Or a bank.
He hides it behind paintings that can fall off the wall.
Again, Koopa Bank would really help round about this time. Please deposit 5 gold bars.
Why gold bars? Because I'm fucking greedy.
Because his ego's just that big.
Ooh, the purple gem. Now it's for the mask. And I believe there's one more gem left to find.
Green, is it?
Yes, it's the green gem. It was there, yeah, there was the orange, purple, and green. I wonder if that's a callback to the remake puzzle, if you remember.
Which one?
That one where the painting, it's one of the glass paintings, it's got a woman, and she's got a green crown, a purple necklace, and an orange bracelet.
Isn't that the hallway of the crows?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the eye. I'm thinking one of those colours was a reference to that. Maybe had an
Maybe.
Easter egg?
Maybe.
Well,
this thing's old.
but still surprisingly glossy. I bet you Sadler is if Sadler was watching this, he'd be grinding his teeth off screen every time I break his vases. Then why did you, if you don't want me to break your vases, don't put ammunition in the vase.
Or treasure.
Right, this particular hallway. Now, you see that at the end of the hallway here, there's 2 statues of a king and queen. However, they're missing their cups. And I mean drinking cups. You need to go back and find the 2 corresponding cups for the king and queen. And we just got the green gem. Now we can sell the mask.
Do the zealots show up later, or... Because I believe the strategy guide... I'm not sure if this is correct, because I don't have it with me right now, but it says that if your difficulty level's high enough, apparently you'll get some zealots down this way.
I believe it's when you come back with the both the crowns, actually.
Right.
Well, the cups, not crowns. Crowns. No. Fucking hell. Yeah.
English, not English.
Thank you, stuttering. Right, there's 2 separate ways here. Because obviously you can't... Obviously it's Resident Evil. They will never put the 2 key items in the wrong room.
You said separate ways. Ada's campaign. Yeah. Okay, I'll stop now.
Thank you. Right, this particular puzzle, there's 4 switches here. You need to push the 2 statues onto 2 of the switches, get Ashley to stand on one, and then you stand on the last one.
Yeah, this is a very, very difficult and perplexing puzzle, folks.
You call this difficult?
No, I'm just joking. Poking fun at the fact that the puzzles are really easy compared to the classics.
Right, Ashley, you stay here.
Wait.
Not even the Riddler could solve this.
Oh, well, if you did this, he would claim you were cheating.
Do you show off being able to shoot these early? No.
We'll see.
Yeah. If you aim up right before you cross the threshold of that door, you can actually shoot a couple of these little things you'll have to shoot early.
I did not know that. So I thought they didn't have to. Most basic trap ever. Oh, and by the way, if you guys try and run for the door, it will close on you.
Yeah.
So you have to shoot these lasers, but it will deactivate the trap.
Yeah. There's not, as long as you quickly take these out, there's nothing to worry about.
Aye. Like we said, most basic and simplest trap ever. Kind of pathetic for someone like Salazar.
Alright.
The Roman Salazar Slytherin. How about that? He was a long lost distant cousin of Salazar Slytherin. It all makes sense now.
The Slytherin didn't have enough evil guys in it.
Oh, great.
It's a trap!
Okay, I'm sorry, but what the fuck is this? What's this doing in my Resident Evil?
Don't they need Ashley alive?
Why, yeah, exactly. Why the fuck are you killing her? But yeah, you have to shoot these 2 guys so that the gate will open. If you fail to do that, Ashley gets killed.
Oh, I hate when that happens, when the bar blocks your aim.
Aye. Right, come on, Ashley. Let's go! You know, when I first played this, I thought the machine was going to go right through the wall, and I thought I had to get out of the way, but no, it just stops.
That would be some shit if that actually happened.
But then it's made of wood, so... You know, they really use these Ganados use really weak type of substances for their weapons. Wood.
What?
Instead of, like, what, metal? Well, it would
Blades
be...
are metal, but
And here's the Queen's Grail. Now we need to go for the King's Grail.
Wait, so it's not the Holy Grail?
No, unfortunately. Monty Python would be pissed. But the last one, to get the King's Grail, it's a big, massive trap. It's where they introduced the knights. Well, I lied actually. They introduced the knights, but this is where you actually have to fight them as Leon, because all you can do with Ashley is just avoid them.
Yeah, we got quite a bit more work to do.
Aye, Resident Evil. It's not that simple. Especially when you play the classics, where, like, in the remake of the first game, for example, not only you have to find key items, but you have to examine them.
Yeah, in order to find the actual key items and the key item. Zero does that as well. Keys.
Oof. I love how Ashley doesn't bother moving her arse when she, and then coincidentally the knight misses. And the fact that they fall apart. This might be a trap, so you wait here, Ashley.
I was wondering when you were gonna tell Ashley to wait.
And this is a trap, so I thought keep Ashley out.
Because I always tell her to wait before I get the QTs.
Right, what you have to do now is you have to defeat these knights. But these knights are they're not that really challenging. It's just the weapons do high damage.
How are these moving on their own? Or is someone inside them?
Why would they put Ganados into Knights of Armor?
There
Ow!
you go.
But the way to get them is to shoot the helmet off.
Yeah, everywhere else is invulnerable.
You can tell something's in the armor as you can see the helmet is shaking.
But what's in the armor?
Las Plagas.
Both types can be in it as well.
But once you get the Plaga exposed, all you need to do is just throw a flash grenade and they collapse.
The real danger is that you can't stun them.
I like the idea that when you blow the helmets off, there's parasites in them, but then you wonder why the parasites are inside the armor to begin with.
Oh, just narrowly avoided that.
It's because these knights constantly don't stop, and
Yeah.
they constantly move towards you.
Yeah, that's another thing that adds to the danger, especially when they have the Type B plagas.
Aye.
Oh wait, did you stun that one?
It stuns them. The flash grenade will stun them, but only for a second.
Ah.
It's when you want to blow the helmet off and get the Plaga out of the helmet, that's when you use the flash grenade.
I believe there are 2 or 3 waves you have to go through.
No, there's 2 waves actually. There's
Right.
the first wave, which is the White Knights with the Type A Plagas.
And the black ones have Type B.
Yeah, you do not want them to get close because the Type B is an
Instant
insta-kill.
death.
It's nice that the game has left some items around in case you were having a hard time. So here we are. Same strategy, folks. Just shoot the helmet off and then get the Plaga out. Flashbang.
Takes a couple shots to expose the parasite.
Ooh.
Oh,
Stand still!
when did we jump into Dark Souls?
Imagine these types of armor and then they made their way into Soul Calibur, for example.
The legend will never die.
Oh boy, here we go. Type B Plaga. Flashbang through the door! Still kind of weird actually when the knights, the armor doesn't just fall apart and stay on the ground. It completely shatters. With a flashbang, no doubt.
Oh.
Don't want to let that get too close to you.
Once it gets close enough, it'll rear its head back and then start stretching forwards or sideways to try and bite your head off. So you do have a little bit of time to get away.
Can you still do that trick where if you move backwards as it's trying to bite you, it can miss you?
I don't think you can do that with these ones because their reach is very long.
Right.
So you'll just want to get out of the way entirely.
And with that, we've got ourselves some free gold treasure, and we've got the Kings and Queens Grail. So now we can go back to those 2 statues.
That would be such a dick move if one of those caused a quick time event on the way back after that fight.
Who else fell for that trap the first time I accidentally brought Ashley in the room with you? I did. Now the sample's back in our safe hands. Blah 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 blah.
Who's playing darts with his picture?
I would imagine the Ganados played darts like Jack and Victor. Enough danger, and one of the darts hits the back. Sorry about that. Jack didn't mean it. Oh, where did you guys come from? Now these Ganados all have what's it called? Sickles.
Let's see.
The scythe side where
they deal more damage because they're purple zealots.
Oh, it's like I like how they they came prepared. Shit, they got metal heads. I still would have wished that they tried to throw them and then they accidentally cut their heads off. But best way to take them out.
Oh boy,
Ashley, get out of the way, girl. I was meant to give it to Ashley, but fuck it, here you are.
Oh, and you're laughing at me for my herb fail.
I don't hear you laughing.
Oh, I am now.
In the inside. Suplex. Do you think maybe as a way to I5 they could have done a co-op system where if they added melees and then Ashley can go in for a melee and then you finish it off?
Maybe, but at that point they would have to pretty much remake the game from the ground up.
So we place the Queen's Grail here, and here's the King's. Do you think Nut Sadler put these treasures away separately so he can give Leon a challenge to get to where he wants to go?
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's this hallway or not, but you can go outside to a different passageway. And
it's
up here actually.
More vases. Now, the reason I'm shooting these ones is because one of these contains a snake. There it is. Snake. Wow, that top half of the chest is clipping through the cupboard there. There
So
it
is
is
that
again.
one.
Right, before we go through the door, we're going to take a little side passage here to the right.
This little part makes the next battle child's play.
But there's also another butterfly lamp
Yay!
at the end of this passage.
Don't you ever get tired, Leon?
No, he has infinite stamina. There's the butterfly lamp, and ooh, it's the Hive, and I'm gonna spend a lot of bullets on this with just a handgun.
We're destroying it now. I always
Yes,
wait
I'm
till
destroying
the
it
next
now,
part.
and I'm just gonna use my handgun for it. Daka, 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 daka. Reload. But this doesn't make any sense. This hive is the bug's hive. If you destroy, if you destroy this, you'll get a shit ton of gems.
Oh, I didn't know you could jump back down in there. From
It's a shortcut. It lets you skip the loading door.
Where's the cutscene?
It happens after, when you go into the passageway. Because it's programmed that Ashley's got to be kidnapped again. Oh yeah, spoiler alert, she gets kidnapped again. Yoink!
Found you!
See you later, Ashley. We'll see you in another 3 hours.
Good job, Leon.
Great. More of them.
Quite a lot of them here, folks.
Aye, but this is when they start flying, and as we mentioned in the previous part, they have lower HP and you can do high damage when they're flying.
Best place to fight is that passageway. Do you go back there, actually?
I don't think so. But this is the best place to... But the reason I'm staying here is because you want to get the gems that you got from the hive, and you want to get them before they disappear.
Yeah.
So I'm just grabbing all the gems I can get, then I'll fight these guys.
Oh.
But even if you just use a simple weapon like a shotgun, it should take them down easily, especially when they're flying.
Yeah, if you catch them in the air, you do an insane amount of damage to them.
It's when they're on the ground they're a little bit more challenging.
Yeah. There's also another variant that's a bit stronger, that's slightly bigger as well.
Absolutely.
Deals more damage.
Absolutely. Well, he's gone.
I love how that shot was nowhere near it and it still had it.
Oh, do you imagine if they actually let the Reaper fly in RE5?
Oh, no. Don't give them ideas, they'll patch it.
Well, considering that they didn't give a shit about the mercenaries, and it's Capcom, I doubt they'll ever do it.
Yeah, they fucked up significantly with Mercenaries in the PS4 version. We're just going to give you Mercenaries Reunion and not give you the original mode. We'll give you No Mercy, but wait, you can't play that 2-player, even though you could do that in RE6.
6.
Thanks, Capcom.
And what was it? RE5 was one of the best-selling games?
It is their best-selling game of all time.
Even better than Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, it sold the most. But this was more critically well-received.
What kind of cartoonish sound effect is in my Resident Evil? Right. As we got all these magnificent gems and destroyed a bunch of grasshoppers. Hopper will be pissed, by the way. And as we go through the store, we'll see you in the next part, folks.